Hello rock and metal fans, welcome to Iridium Rock and Metal Reviews. Today I'm going to do a reaction to Riot and Altar of the King is the name of the song. So thanks to Gabriel Holguin who's requested this. I did do another Riot song, and although I liked elements of the song, didn't fully resonate with me I suppose, but I liked some of it, so I thought I'd give Riot another shot with Revisit. So Altar of the King, it's from an album called Fire Down Under, came out in as early as 1981, so quite an old album. Now this is their third album, they're an American heavy metal band. Yeah, and that's about it. So Altar of the King, Riot, looking forward to it, give them another shot. So let's see how this one goes. Give it a quick stop there. So first impressions, production does sound like, you know, it came from early 80s. It's a bit unfair really for the bands that I think that back there in the early 80s you had some good production in some metal, it's got to be said, but probably for bands that had the money, do you know what I mean? You're looking at, I don't know, some AC/DC production I suppose in 1980, the year before Back in Black came out. The production on that was excellent. The Black Sabbath album, so you can see what I'm saying, can't you? The bigger bands had the better production, and I think some of these bands, the lesser known as Riot were back then, they become a bit better known, I believe, reading up on them after this, in the early 80s especially, but I think they suffered somewhat production wise. I mean, I'm not saying I'm a huge fan of some of the production now with some of the bands. If anything, it's sort of overly produced, a lot of bands now. It's like a wall of sound. At least on this you can hear every instrument. I think the guitar sounds quite quiet. I don't know if that's what they were going for, but I would like that to be up in the mix a bit more. It sounds very new wave of British heavy metal, I must admit. You know, it sounds like that sort of music, but I'm quite liking the groove of it. The singer sounds alright, quite a high pitched voice. I was thinking first of all like the Rush singer a little bit when I first was listening to it, the high, you know, that high pitched voice, Geddy Lee, isn't it? But it's quite a good groove. I quite like the beginning actually. I like songs that have a little instrumental bit at the beginning, but it's not bad so far. Let's just keep it going. the guitar solo. I think it was pretty cool. They pushed the guitar right up in the mix on this, so whereas the rhythm guitar's proper in the background. I'm not sure which guitarist this is. There's two, Oscar Dronjak and Glenn Youngstorm, is it, I think. But I quite like that guitar solo. It's quite simple, but it's quite effective. Yeah, it was all right. I don't mind this song. It's not like I don't like it. It's not like it's really grabbed me, you know what I mean? But it is quite early on, and you know, it's early 80s, so it does sound very early 80s. You know how metal was back then. I'm still getting that definitely new wave of British heavy metal sound. You could fit this right in with, like, you know, I don't know, early Saxon and, you know, all stuff like that. It is very, very new wave of British heavy metal, without a doubt. Whether their sound changed over time, I don't know. But even production sounds really new wave of British heavy metal as well. Really sounds, if you played this song, you didn't have a clue when it came out, you would say that's early 80s without a doubt. But it ain't too bad. It's got quite a good groove to it. Let's keep it going. Sorry, I had to get the head bang in there right at the end. Yeah, that was all right. I quite enjoyed it. It's quite a fun song. I'm not saying I would, you know, particularly put it on in my car, especially. I might put it on like a, I don't know, put it on a playlist or something and just, you know, let it. I would, if it came on, I wouldn't skip it. Put it that way. Doesn't fully resonate with me, but you know, they've got a lot of albums, so there might be some even more stuff that I can listen to that I like even more. But it wasn't too bad. Brought me back a few years. That it had a real sound of stuff I used to listen to when I was really young. So cheers, Gabriel, for giving me that. Yeah, cheers. So hope you liked the video. Let me know what you think of my reaction. If you know any other more Riot songs that, you know, perhaps more modern ones that I might like. But no, that was great. I know they're called Riot 5 now, I believe. So anything from them guys would be great. If you want me to do another reaction, and I probably will get round to another one in the future. Well, cheers. Please subscribe. Red button on the right hand side down the bottom. Thank you very much. Cheers.